I saw my mom's plants, and that kind of made me laugh because every time I go to her house, like she has these plants by the front door, and she often forgets to water them, and so I'm like always picking the dead leaves off and I water them and I talk to them. And I saw them, and like each leaf was just radiating like just beautiful like shades of green. Like they were so alive, you know. That was pretty cool. And I had that astral vision again the next night. I tried, and it was just like all these bright colors. And oh, and then the cool thing too about that was the whole time that I had, like I could see stuff, my physical eyes were wide open. So it was interesting and what I was seeing was so vibrant and bright. It was like I almost couldn't see the background of my room, like because it was just the contrast, right? So, but that I could still faintly see. I could see my ceiling fan. I could see my curtains, and it wasn't hard for me to hold that with my eyes open. So, like, definitely, like, cleared my third eye chakra, and probably all my chakras. But that was really cool. And what else? Okay, over here. So oh yeah, so like the next morning, like the next morning and the mornings after that, I felt even more alive than I did after the session with him. I was like, I had reggae music on and I was like skanking around my living room. I jumped on my spinner, and I haven't done that for a while, and I was just like getting a good sweat in. And then I went in my kitchen and I made a smoothie, and I was just like dancing around, and I realized, like, I was like, I didn't do this for a long time, and that's just like months, because I was just in this depressed state and like tired all the time. And that was just like what that's my normal happy self, right? So it was really cool to like realize that, and just feeling like this aliveness every day, you know. Even though that's how I'm supposed to normally feel, it's just like it's like I feel amazing from where I was, you know. And let's see, what else? Yeah, so I haven't had any feelings of like I haven't had feelings of depression or anxiety or any dark thoughts. I haven't had trauma like looping around in my head, which I had a lot of trauma, just like days where I would just keep thinking of like flashbacks of things that I went through. And I used to get like really dark thoughts in my head, like I hate my life and I don't want to be here, and like I have no purpose, and like all those kind of things. And I told Robert I used to always, when I would think those, and they were like automatic, like they would just like be in my mind, and I would catch myself saying that to myself, you know. And I was telling Robert, like, oh, I used to, now that when I think of those, if I think of those thoughts, like I just like, there's no charge there. Like I don't feel like this hopeless feeling or like this deep sadness or this depression. It's just like, it doesn't resonate with me at all. Like those statements aren't true, you know, like, and come to think of it, you know, I don't think those thoughts were even from me. I think it was those energy vampires that black magic spell, because they can make you feel like worse, you know. They feed off of your depression, and they feed off of your anxiety. And I felt like I was getting like, it's like my light was being sucked from me, or my life force was being sucked from me, and I don't feel that anymore. Imagine feeling that for like 10 years. And I mean, it's amazing how much that can affect your life in like so many ways. And I'm just so happy that I don't feel that anymore. There's like other things I noticed, like other little things that I noticed. maybe I should I could talk forever, but I'm just like, even like every morning when I stretch, like I just yeah, like for months I'd be like kind of stiff, like why do I feel like this, like why is my body so stiff, like what did I eat, or what did I, you know, and it's probably just all the stagnant energy and resistance in my body. But I notice that every single day when I stretch now in the morning, like it's just like I'm so flexible, and then like it feels really good, like I'm actually adding more time to the stretches because I'm like, oh, like it's so relaxing. Like I think Robert just like took off this resistance out of my body, and he just like you know, I think he just, the energy is like flowing now, you know. And even the sun yesterday, the sun felt so good. When I went to the pool, it was like, it felt incredibly healing. And I was like, it didn't feel like this last week. Like, I think he, like whatever he did to me, it's like I'm able to absorb the healing from the sun better too. I know that sounds weird, but I mean, I felt that was very noticeable to me as well. Like all these little things that just add to how alive I feel and the quality of my life now. Yeah, so I also wanted to say, okay, like, yeah, I told my therapist too about my session with, I told him about how wonderful I'm feeling, and he was telling me like, I feel like all this good energy coming through when you're talking to me. It's like you're giving me little blessings when you're talking to me because your vibe is so high, and you're just like, you know, like you could feel that. So that was cool. And he said he wants to have a session with Robert himself, and he was like, I wonder if he could help my my other clients that are kind of stuck in this depressed place. And I said, there's no doubt in my mind that he could, like no doubt in my mind. So like I was doing like I'd say like about 2 months of like shadow work, you know, like EFT and EMDR, and talking to a therapist, found a therapist, which is like really helpful to me, and just listening to healing frequencies and meditating and whatever, like just trying to help myself to get out of that place. And all those tools are like really helpful for me. And it was like a steady progress I was making, I'd say. But honestly, like what I got out of I got like 10 times more out of in literally under 60 minutes. And under a 60-minute session with Robert, it's like he significantly improved my life. And that's not an exaggeration. So if you're thinking about reaching out to him, just go for it. My regret is that I didn't reach out to him sooner, because I actually I wanted to like months ago. And if I did, that would have been like how many months of me not having to be lying in bed all day with no energy and stuff. You know, like now I'm like I just came back from this like job thing today. So like, you know, that's another thing. I haven't had to lie down in bed like ever since, like at all in the day, ever since Robert worked on me. Like I have energy all day and I feel like amazing. And so many things I could say, but I better just like wrap this up. But yeah, so if you are thinking about contacting him, like just go for it, because you won't regret it.